Okay. Yeah. Okay, but we don't have very good reception here, looks like, but I've got it there, I think. Give me just a second. Guys, I'm sorry. Give me just a minute. Everything is real slow tonight.
Sorry about that.
Okay. I think we're good to go.
Hello, everybody. We are Danny and Wanda from Deep South Homestead. We're forgetting who we are with all this.
Oh, it's just some kind of technical difficulty. And it's staying in the red, the whole time. So I don't know if it's even gonna work.
Yeah.
It's always said.
I know YouTube had problems a couple of days ago. Everybody was saying it shut down for a while. Danny and I were at the cabin, so we had no clue.
Yeah.
But we did have some people say that it was YouTube had a problem. Plus, I think maybe Facebook or somewhere something else had a problem.
Okay.
I'm here. We just
We're all.
So we're brighter because I took our webcam down and we're using the computer this time. The webcam for some reason was a new one and it just wouldn't work right.
It just wasn't compatible with our systems, what it was.
Yeah, and so we have no webcam. We're back to the old computer. We're not even using
our new computer. We're back on the old one.
Well, the new computer's a year and a half old. This one's like 5 years old. 4 years, something like that. And so we're down to the new camera I got. I sent it. It was a Canon G7.
Yeah.
We took it back.
Sent it back. Yeah.
We're cameraless. Not really.
Well, we're not really. We got our old camera here, but it's just one of them
things. My phone. I've been using my phone a lot, so some of the stuff gets a little weird. The phone actually does better than some cameras.
True.
And so we see we got a whole jumping in. They're asking about the calf. So Danny's been playing with the calf.
I've been playing with the calf. Yeah, well, I haven't really been playing with it. When I go out to feed him in the morning, it just comes right up to me, and I'm able to sit and pet it and play with it. It's just getting where it's getting to the point where it wants to run and play in the field, and when it does, Mama gets all nervous and she tries to go running out with it, and it just goes berserk. It runs all over the field and then it comes running back.
And I went out, was it yesterday? We were sitting on at the cabin. We could see across the field, and I couldn't film it, but I wished I could have. She was running and kicking her heels, and she was going all over the field, and it was amazing to watch her. But I didn't have a long range
scoping lens. I didn't have a zoom lens to pull it up.
So I didn't get her running and playing, but they kind of wanted to know about a name.
Well,
we went back and forth on names.
We did go back and forth on names for a little while. We had a couple of names. One, a ton of people picked one.
And that was Belle.
That was Belle. It just didn't sit too well with me. Even though I get the principle behind it,
yeah,
it just didn't. It didn't
fit with all the names we have.
No, it's just an unusual name with all the other names that we have. So we decided to go with Lucy. Lucy, because there was a show called Lucy with
I Love Lucy.
I Love Lucy with Desi Arnaz. She was a redhead.
Little Daffy.
Little Daffy, yeah. This was an unexpected red.
Yeah, we weren't expecting.
I wasn't expecting this. I was really hoping for a black one, but we got another red one. So we decided to go with Lucy. And she seems to kind of want to come to that name for some reason. So
yeah, Danny's been calling her Lucy, and she's kind of getting used to it. So I think Lucy's gonna fit because Dexter is our bull. Then we have Lucy's mama is Dixie. We have Daisy, who has a baby named Minnie.
No.
Yeah, Daisy has
Minnie.
Yeah,
Daisy has Minnie, yeah.
And then we have a mama, Dolly, who has Candy.
Candy.
So all of them have Y's on the end except for Dexter, our bull.
Yeah.
So that's what we named her.
Yeah. So anyway, that was and she seems to be fitting in well. She stays right with the herd.
Somebody mentioned something about their hair, that their hair looked really thick. Now, is that
That's
trait
because,
of the
well, no, not really. It's just because it's been a little cool.
No, it's really hot.
I mean, but the mornings are cool, but the days get hot. Yeah.
And this is her out in the fields, and you notice they all seem to want to stay so close to her. They're all very protective. I know we had a lot of people say something about why didn't we distance and all this, but they all are protective of Lucy. I mean, we have distanced the other two.
Well, the other two we knew when they were going to be born.
They've been waiting 6 weeks.
Dixie was kind of a wild card. I mean, I saw Dexter with her several times, and I thought, well, this is it, and I went down, and then the next month I would see him with her again. I'd mark it down. But this last time I didn't see him with her, and I'm thinking this must have happened at night, and I just wasn't paying attention or something. Mm-hmm. But it's not going to be a bad deal, because in 4 weeks or 5 weeks, I can't remember if it's 4 or 5 now, Dolly's going to be having a baby.
Yep.
So, you know.
Somebody said, did you build the wood storage building at the cabin all in one day? No.
No, it took me, 2 days?
Well, with painting and everything, probably closer to 3.
Yeah, my eyes bothering me.
Because we had to do, Danny started out painting some inside, but it was just on the inside of it. So I had to go over there to finish it, and I just toughed it up and done it. He can't breathe in a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I have a problem breathing in things like
He's
gas
very
stoves.
Sensitive to
it'd be like a gas stove or paint fumes and stuff like that. I have a problem being around them. So that there's one that jumped in there and helped me finish the tight area of painting, because it doesn't seem to bother her like it does me.
Yeah, I just don't like painting.
Well, I don't like painting either, but
I'm not a painter, and guess what I'm doing?
We have lots of stuff going on though,
that needs to be painted.
That needs to be painted.
So I want to show y'all, for somebody who don't like paint, I've been doing.
This is the front of the cabin now. We have finally decided to go ahead and we've been working all week long.
Yeah, he has all around the back side of the cabin, and the house part, he has it framed in plywood, and we're going to go back and paint it. I just didn't take pictures of I've got pictures, but I didn't put a picture up. I want to show it once we get it painted. But he put vents in the plywood and some trap doors and stuff so he can get in and out. But this is the front of the cabin, and I'm really proud of that, because it took me 4 days to get 3 pieces.
There's 3 days to paint 3 lattice panels. Yeah.
Y'all, I don't like painting, and lattice was not.
Lattice is hard to paint.
Yeah, it is very hard,
especially with a little brush.
So I managed to get those 3, and I've got 1 big piece and cabinet doors in the kitchen, because none of those have been sealed. He just put them up, and we're going to mess them up if we don't do something with them.
Right.
And so all those have to be sealed, and he wants to put the logs, so that means the whole
cabin, the whole outside the cabin's got to be re-bleached and re-power washed and everything, because the CW and our humidity just does not go together. We're going to have to end up power washing and cleaning it up, painting the whole cabin with a different kind of product than what we used. So it's not. So we're going to have to redo the whole cabin.
I see my daughter popped in. Hello.
Oh.
Let's see.
Take a moment before we go any further to talk about how that just being patient and waiting on the Lord really pays off. Guys, Country Homestead preachers on here.
Yeah.
They're moderators of ours, as y'all can see, but they have got their new stead property, and I'm telling you,
it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I went over there and looked at it, and I was amazed. I don't know where it's at. They hadn't said that yet, but guys, they got a lake on there that is the most beautiful looking lake. The kids and them, they were all catching. I'm talking about
nice fish.
big fish.
Made me jealous because our fish,
yeah,
like maybe.
And I'm telling you, the property's beautiful. I know they have a little cabin on it because at the last scene I saw the corner of it. So, they've been very patient and waited on the Lord to help them find. I think that's a testimony.
It's beautiful.
To being patient and waiting on the Lord and finding the right piece of property. It's beautiful, guys. Y'all should go their channel Country Homestead Preacher and check out the new piece of property they got. If you want to sub to them, that's. But I think that you'll enjoy seeing the property that they have because it's beautiful. It's really beautiful.
And do we ever plan on living at the cabin full time? We don't know yet. We love it over there because we've been over there a lot this week. So we've spent the night most every night this week. It's just so relaxing. I know a lot of people say I don't understand why you have a big house and then you build a cabin. If you understand going on vacation and getting somewhere and just understand what we're saying, because we can leave the house and go over there and it's just right there. It's not that far. It's just like a different world. Totally different. And we are usually, Danny and I are both fighting sleep tonight because all week long we've been asleep by, who was it came this week one night? Can't remember his name.
Oh, yeah. Forgot his name.
It just went
right out of my head.
Anyway,
come got a king stripper.
Visit from a young guy this week, and Danny enjoyed talking to him, and that's the one night we stayed up for a while.
We stayed up for a little while, but we usually by 8 o'clock we're asleep.
We're asleep.
We're asleep by 8 o'clock. When you go to the cabin, the lights are off and it gets dark, and we just go to sleep by 8 o'clock. And there's Dirt Patch Heaven. Hello, Dirt Patch Heaven.
Hi, girl.
Yeah, we're going to redo the outside the cabin because the humidity here has caused it to start molding on the outside. So we're going to have to power wash it and bleach it off, and we got to redo this. We got to come up with a better deal than what we had.
Yeah, because whatever that stuff is we put on there was not supposed to do this, but I guess it does.
Well, this year has been extremely humid.
Yeah.
Seems like it's been worse humidity this year than we've ever had.
And Wanda humidity very well. Even though I was born here, it's horrible sometimes.
Yeah, I know.
But
I envy people who live in a non-humid environment.
Show you guys something else that we did. All right, and I don't remember if I showed it last weekend, finished or not. But
did you put it on Patreon?
Yeah, I know I did.
I know it's on Patreon.
I don't think I shall here, and I'm sorry I didn't put a picture up before and after. But Danny went into the woods. What logs do you?
This is sassafras. We've had cut for almost a year.
Yeah, and he took some of those logs and made a log railing up there. And this is the quilt that a year and a half ago at our last gathering, a whole bunch of the homesteaders worked on little quilt pieces, provide a quilt for us. And Gwen from Firefly Moon Pie, I got to get it right. Firefly Moon Pie. Her name was Gwen. She helped everybody, and then she took the pieces home and she put the whole quilt together. And as you can see, there's a cabin in there. I have a video somewhere back right after after she sent it to me. And y'all, the quilt is beautiful. Every piece of it in the video, but I love the quilt. And I've been waiting a year and a half for him to build that rail.
Yep, we finally got it though. We finally got it.
I had ants all over my corn in Florida. What can I do?
We had ants in ours this year. The fire ants too. And it was. But I don't know what you can do besides spraying a harsh chemical. What we have learned in the greenhouse, I will tell you this. Around our okra plants in the greenhouse, we learned if we put fresh coffee grounds or the used coffee grounds around the bottom plants, the ants leave it alone. Now, that's a lot of coffee grounds if you got a lot of corn, I know. But
yeah, I don't know how it would work.
But it seems to work in the greenhouse. Let me put it that way.
Yeah, people are saying that they take a camper somewhere and just to be in a different environment. My mom and dad did that.
Oh yeah.
My dad would tell my mom we're going. They had a camper. He'd say, "I'll be in Thursday afternoon. Have it packed and let's go." My mom kept clothes for them in the camper. As soon as she washed them, she went and put them back in the camper, and she had her own pots and pans and all that stuff. So that when he said he was ready to go, she grabbed some food. They went out and left. She didn't have to pack stuff hardly, and they would spend almost every weekend somewhere.
The Broussards are in here. I say hello there, Broussard family.
What is the figure at the top of the stairs?
That was a Christmas gift of a Native American Indian that my mother gave me many, many years ago. It used to sit on the desk in my office in the other end of the house here as a paperweight, and we'd take it to the cabin and we'd put it over there and get it off the desk in here because the desk is kind of not being used as much anymore.
Yeah, and to put things in the cabin that mean a lot to us, and that's one reason the quilt that's been waiting to go up there a long time, and I've been asking him about the railing, and he says, well, I got to get this done, I got to get that done. So now he finally had it where we could put it up.
Yeah, Ghostmania, I actually took and I planted 2 more rows of sugarcane on our place here in the cabin garden. I decided to move some of the patch over to the cabin and plant some over there. So I got extra rows planted there too.
Yeah, Gaussmania came and got some cane this week, and let's see, I don't know who else. I guess I can't remember the guy's name that came this week, but he sat and talked to Danny about making cane syrup. He has made sorghum before.
Yeah, he made sorghum. Of course, we had lots of people cane this past week. I mean,
we showed some last week.
Last week we had some. We had Chet, Bill came and got some. I mean, there's been lots of different people just keep popping in. Gaussmania came by and got some. You know.
I'm trying to think from Greene County.
Chris just keeps jumping in my head.
I know Chris comes out and his name's still.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've had a lot of people come in, I don't think.
Yeah. And, you know, I mean, we have lots of stuff happening now. The greenhouses are turning out to work out really nice right now. We finally we're getting an insect problem under control. But guys, look at this. This is our green beans. They are literally loaded in the greenhouse.
Plus, I have green beans that'll be picked in a day.
Oh, probably some that can be picked probably by Monday or Tuesday.
Should be because they're good. They're
3 to 4 inches long right now, but like that.
Now I had a heavy worm problem with the moss because we didn't have the top on to start with. Right. Just overtook my building, so Danny and I've been fighting moss.
We've been fighting. We didn't want to have to use a chemical in the greenhouse. We wanted to try to keep everything in there as chemical free as possible. So we held off on did it all by hand. Every day we go in there, we just get rid of the worms, and finally, I think today I only got maybe 6 or 7 worms out of the whole greenhouse, which that was dramatic, a dramatic difference. But if nothing happens, we'll be picking Cherokee yellow wax beans next week sometime.
Yes.
And then we have English peas that's blooming.
Yes.
It's time to break out the old liquid phosphorus and start pouring it to it.
And we have carrots. I didn't get
the carrots.
The carrots are like this tall.
Yeah, the carrots are like 8 inches tall. I mean, they just went from being like this to 8 inches tall in a week.
Well, we got just a good sprinkling of rain one afternoon.
And the morning temps has been really good. They've been the morning temps have been in the 50s. The days it gets up in the 80s, mid 80s, and that's terrible. But the carrots are loving those cool mornings.
And I'm trying to think now. If they have questions, they need to be put. If you want to ask anything.
Got my sugarcane, Fulgham Farm said.
Okay, they ordered some. I told my mom about the GreenStalk planter for the spring. I would like it. GreenStalk should be having some sales coming up, so I've got to watch because they always do a really great Christmas sale. So if you're interested in GreenStalks, Join our Facebook page, Deep South Homestead Gathering Place.
Yeah.
Join that Facebook page, and when they run them on sale, I will try to throw that sale into the page, and I will try to do something on Crazy Days. Mine has strawberries in one that are doing okay. Then the other one, I've got some lettuce, Malabar. I've got a tomato. The tomato's not doing too good, but it's still growing. But the lettuce is doing pretty good in there. That's usually and the Malabar is the best things I have right now.
The Malabar does good. I don't care. Well, I think you throw it out in the middle of the blacktop road and it grow.
Is sassafras a bush or a tree?
It's a tree.
Yeah.
Now there's two different kinds of sassafras, so they're both trees, and the blight has come through our area. We no longer have any sassafrases. I mean, they'll get up to be a little tiny tree, but then they die. So that's why I went ahead and cut all the bigger sassafrases down because they were dying because of the blight that's come through here now.
And we use most of it in the cabin.
Just about we use most all of it in the cabin.
All right, Trevor, who was here also about 2 weeks ago.
Trevor got some sugarcane.
He said, "What do you fertilize your carrots with, and how often?"
I prepare my soil ahead of time. We have several videos on it. I mean, I go in and I literally hand dig it, break it down about 12 to 16 inches deep by hand, and I pour the I pour the lime to it. Make sure that I've got a little bit of good potting mix in it. Then I use some time release fertilizer in it, and then I use some triple 13 in it, and I just keep turning it all in and keep turning it in. And then you have to watch my process on the videos about how I plant. And I don't fertilize them after that anymore. I just leave them. Now you got to keep them weeded, and you got to keep them thinned out. The problem with carrots is everybody wants to leave them too close together. Carrots need to be at least an inch apart.
Ours are too thick right now.
I thinned them the other day some, but I ain't thinned them enough.
Don't tell me that.
I did it. I knew you'd throw a fit, so I went out there and pulled up about 200 or 300 of them and threw them out in the yard.
Ours are still too thin, but when they start making tiny carrots, we'll pull them and eat baby carrots. So they don't pull them till they get big enough that I can get a bite out of them.
Sammy Abudo says, I'm in zone 7A, sugarcane, and keep it until spring to plant it. Now, if you buy sugarcane, when it comes in, you got to put it in the ground. It will not keep. You have to get it in the ground, and you have to cover it up deep. 7A could probably grow sugarcane. You just got to keep it covered up deep in the wintertime, and then when spring comes, make sure it don't get hit by a frost or a freeze when it starts popping through the ground. Keep cutting it off, and then when it finally warms up, pour the fertilizer to it and let it go.
Yeah. How much would a calf like Lucy cost?
Calf like Lucy, I mean, I would not sell mine for less than $300. You know what I mean? I wouldn't do it. And now we don't let any of our calves go until they're at least 4 months old, and then we have to look and see what disposition they are, because if they don't have a good disposition about them, I will not sell them to a person who wants to have them on a homestead or something. I'll just sell
Especially
them
if they have kids.
If they have kids or something, they've got to have a good disposition about them.
Yeah, we've not had any issues with any of ours, but you never know. You have to kind of watch the cow and see how they do.
How do I push my Meyer lemon and Kelamond and orange trees? Well, you can't really push them in the wintertime. When it's growing season in the spring and all, you just get you a good citrus fertilize. Make sure that the ground is not too acidic, and get you a little bit of lime in it or gypsum or something in there. I put just a little bit of Epsom salt in mine, and I use the fertilizer, and I just fertilize mine and plenty of water. Just don't, as long as the roots can drain, but plenty of water.
Said I have been planting green for 20 years. This year it didn't do too good. I think it was the soil. Have you moved or planted in different places?
Yeah, don't plant in the same place year after year after year. I mean, we'll plant some things in the same place up to 2 years. After that, we just change gardens completely.
Yeah, they're saying they're getting ready for winter. Lippy said a while ago that they're having some rough winds and they're fixing to get a
Yeah, they've got that
air
really severe cold weather I was showing you on the
moving
internet.
in.
Moving in. I mean, some places is going to have blizzards.
Yeah. So I don't think they will, but sprinkling of snow, and some of y'all may be getting it. Can sugarcane be started in a container? Yes.
Yes, it can. Yeah.
Suggestions on how to use roselle.
Oh.
All I know is use it for, isn't it toothache medicine?
No.
Roselle wasn't?
No. We don't use a lot of, I mean, we have the seeds here and we can raise the plants.
That's what it was
we
for.
just have the seeds in case we need them.
Oh, they're saying it's a Florida cranberry.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We just don't grow it here. I mean, we have it, but we don't
Yeah,
grow
I have
it.
the seed. I was just thinking it was for like a toothache.
No, toothache is a toothache plant.
Yeah,
it's
but
an
I don't know
actual
why
plant.
I thought that.
Yeah, that will literally numb your mouth like crazy. Because
we were kind of cool the last 2 mornings, but up during the day it gets warm. It gets pretty hot.
Crazy Missouri, it's in the 40s
all
day.
Tornado watch.
It's 62 and storming with a tornado watch.
Mm-hmm. Sherry Mize is saying, I would really like to have her or one of the others. My kids are all grown. She wants a baby calf, a Dexter. I don't think we have any problem selling them.
No. Can you put sugarcane in a pot and then plant them in the ground in the spring? Yeah, you can do that, but you got to have a place because it'll take off and grow really fast if you take care of it like it's supposed to be.
I'm planting 750 carrot seeds in a 5x5 bed. Yeah, the Lorries did that too.
Yep.
Too many in one
spot. But I mean, you got to stop and think. Carrot seeds, lots of times, if they're over 2 years old, they don't come up really good.
Yeah.
And you got to put some extra ones out there, but you
got to thin.
You got to thin them. That's all they are. You just got to thin them.
Do you have a freeze dryer? No.
Nope, we don't have a freeze dryer. We haven't been blessed with one yet. It's something that I'm not sure how much we would use.
I told Danny I don't think I would use it a lot, and I would use it more than I think, but I'm not a fan of dehydrated foods rehydrated most of the time. It's rehydrated.
I mean, we could see things like broth,
freeze dryer,
freeze dryer for broth, a freeze dryer for things like eggs, things to this nature. But
juices. We were thinking juices.
And juices, turn them into powders and make our own drinks out of them and stuff. But we haven't contacted the company about what they're willing to offer, what they're willing to do for you guys if we purchased one. We just haven't. We've been so busy, we just haven't had time to do that.
Gosmania wants a girl too. Everybody wants our girls.
Oh yeah, they've got their little boy.
They want a girl to go with their boy.
They got him a little Dexter bull.
Yeah. But I don't know, with freeze dryers, they have a lot of good points. Yeah. A lot of good points if you're going to long-term storage. I like my canned stuff. Video coming up where I make a casserole. I just throw things together for a casserole, and it was good, wasn't it, Papa?
Oh, the casserole was good this evening.
It's really easy to open a few jars, throw things in, and voila, you got food because it's already done.
Yeah.
If I took freeze-dried, and I know you can rehydrate, eat it, I don't know. To me, it doesn't have the same appetizing effect, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I look at it like it's kind of like the Jetsons in a way. I mean, every time I see being dehydrated and freeze-dried and all this stuff, I think of the Jetsons where they popped things in and it came back out.
Yeah, you watch too many cartoons.
And it comes back out of food, and I'm thinking, we've arrived at the Jetsons. That's the way I look at it.
Now, we got some people here from Ozark County in Missouri. I've been looking at some land in Ozark up there. I don't know much about the area up there, but it looks like they got some pretty land popping up on my computer.
Yeah, we have some stuff popping up all over the place. And that was one of them.
That was one of them in Ozark County, Missouri, where some property popped up on there. Well, I was going time, which I don't have much of, but I was just kind of looking around and seeing what was up there.
Oh, Country Homestead Preacher's going to be a grandparents in March.
Oh, wow.
I remember their daughter got,
Yeah.
I think it's a son.
Uh-huh.
If I remember correctly, here a while back.
I don't know how much electricity a freeze dryer uses. I really don't.
Prairie Girl says she can't
the mini Jersey girls where she's at.
Yeah. Well, one of ours is a half Jersey, half Dexter.
Yeah, Candy's half Jersey and half Dexter.
No, Dolly.
Well, Dolly is, but that makes Candy too. I mean.
Yeah, well, both of them. Yeah, true.
Yeah. They're both mixed up here. That I want to talk about for just a minute. And this is not an infomercial or anything like that.
We hadn't got to our other stuff either. I forgot.
One of our subscribers. Now, I don't know if they work for the company.
Yeah, they do.
Oh, they do? Okay, they work for the company. And they thought they would send us a few things that we could use here on the homestead. And it really is stuff we can use. Now, I would encourage y'all to go check this stuff out because it's been really a blessing to us. The first thing is, the company's called Coast, COAST.
See if I can hold. Danny's got his box here.
This is the box right here that the first thing come in. Now this is a
work light.
If I can get a hold to it here now. This is a work light, and guys, when we're in an off grid like we are over at the cabin, and I'm having to work in there in the day, even in the daytime, it's dark inside the cabin. In a lot of places.
We got lights now.
And I'm in there trying to work. It makes it really handy in a cubby hole, like under a kitchen cabinet or something. I've been working in them, or up under the bottom of the cabin.
That's where this come in really handy, is under kitchen cabinets.
Under the kitchen cabinets. Now let me see if I can find it here. Is this little thing right here?
So the handle.
It's got. I'm trying to hold it on the back. The handle pops out on the back of it. Now it actually sounds like that, or it can pull out like this, where you can sit it up.
And this part swivels.
Hold on, let me get it turned around.
Any way you
Light in any position that you want. I mean, it's really neat. I mean, to be honest with you. Now, it takes little pin-like batteries, AA batteries, that go in the back of it here. But jam up little product. If the power goes out for an hour or so and you need to be able to see, and you sit this on the kitchen cabinet, you can turn it on when you need to. I mean, that baby, yeah, I ain't gonna turn it right. Well, I will turn it. See that? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Quit.
That's bright. But that's one of the products that the subscriber sent us. And the other one,
they're all from Coast.
There's a flashlight here. Now, this flashlight is something we definitely use here at our homestead.
We use a lot of flashlights.
A lot of flashlights, especially over at the cabin, because we're off grid. But this is a nice little flashlight here. It's the same way. It's got the button in the back of it here. It's like, woo! See, I mean, it's really bright too.
You are determined to blind these people.
And you can turn the top on it, and you can make it go from a
wide to narrow.
You can go from a flood beam all the way down to a pinpoint like this.
He's enjoying this.
I'm loving it, man. I love flashlights. I go under the bed with my flashlight. Yeah. But that, and then
this is one he's been wanting.
I've been wanting one of these. It's a long story, but my nephew and him used to spend a lot of time with me when I was younger, and I took them fishing and done stuff like that. We caught lots of fish.
They said they're blind now.
Well, one of them, I had two of my nephews got together and they buy a machete and lost it in the woods, in which I've never found it again. And this is the machete. I mean, look at this. Comes with its own little scabbard here. Nice scabbard. I can pop it out. If I can get up here, find that screen there. There we go. I mean, guys, look at the back edge of that thing. It's got a sawtooth on the back side of it. Hold on. I got it where it goes.
Down.
You can see the saw teeth on the back.
Another side sharp.
That thing will saw off a limb in a heartbeat. And the other part here is like razor blade sharp. I mean, so.
Blinded by the light.
Yeah. It's got a nice handle on it here with a little lanyard on the end of it. And the scabbard is really nice.
He's been wanting one of these things for a while. We just hadn't stopped long enough to hunt one. So thank you. I can't remember who sent it, but a lady sent it to us from Coast. And we thought we'd just mention it.
Yeah.
And if you mention Deep South 10, they will give you 10% off.
Yeah, you get a 10% discount break on the order.
But I thought I'd mention that because I was about to forget.
I mean, and that's always good because a lot of our subscribers do that. They work at different places. They mention it to their company that there's a YouTube channel out there that'll show their product, and we're thankful that they did that because these are things that we will use here on our homestead. And I think that most anybody else would use one because a machete, a flashlight, and a work light are 2 or 3 things that you really need on a homestead.
And we don't like doing reviews on just about anything. We like to do reviews on things that we need.
Things that we need and will use.
So that's basically what if a company contacts me, like I get all kinds of weird things all the time. But
Lord, we get companies contact.
Kids' toys. I mean, I don't want to do kids' toys because y'all know we don't have kids, so it would be stupid for me to do kids' toys. And so we do things that we want people to have. Somebody's asked about this. Let me quick. This is Danny's Christmas present.
Yes.
Somebody asked, where did we get the crossbow? I ordered it from Cabela's. Danny, for a while. We borrowed one from Scratch Made Homestead for a while, and we fell in love with it.
I fell in love with it. Now, this one has a crank on the side of it. It shoots 400 feet per second, and believe me, this baby is deadly.
And this one just, it's made similar to the one used. So
this is a Barnett Whitetail Pro.
And we like the color.
Yeah.
It's very, I mean, you can see up next to the tree that Danny's standing at how it would blend in the woods here. It would blend really well.
Yeah. This thing, I mean, it shoots super fast.
So if you're interested in anything like this, we ordered this from Cabela's, and it is the
Whitetail Pro.
The first word. Barnett.
Barnett. Yes, a Barnett Tail Pro.
That's the kind it is. So check out Cabela's. No discounts. Cabela made me pay for the whole thing.
No, we had to pay for the whole thing, and trust me,
it was on sale.
Yeah, but it was still expensive. I don't care. I mean, but
not as expensive as some of the others I was looking at.
Oh no, some of them we looked at went up to $20-something $100, and I'm like, no, I'd never kill enough deer in my life now to pay for that thing. So no.
This one was on sale.
This one was on sale. I don't remember how much it was, but
around $500.
Yeah, I think.
So they're not bad for a crossbow.
Yeah, not bad.
We had looked at several places. We called several places, and they either did not have any, or they only had the ones that cost $2,000 and $3,000. And I'm like,
we're not paying $2,000 or $3,000 for a crossbow. No.
Arlene says it's wait, where did I see it? Arlene's the one that sent the stuff. And where did I see?
Gone by.
It did. It ran. Arlene, the discount was 8. It may have been HS10. Can you run it back? Because it was right. It's got to be there somewhere. I know I saw Arlene's name. Run it up a little more. A little bit. It must have jumped because I know I saw Arlene's name. Arlene, put the code again. Now, she's the one that sent the...
There's Amanda.
No, it said Arlene because I saw it. I know that. Arlene, put it back up. And...
I didn't see it. That's the reason I was wondering.
It might have been HS10 instead of Deep South. Or DS10 or something.
There it is.
Where?
The discount is
Amelia.
Amelia.
Okay, Amelia, not Arlene. Okay.
Yeah, because I thought the message was retracted.
Okay, it's
HO10.
They can call
online department to confirm that.
Yeah, for Deep South. Okay. Amelia and Arlene. I saw an Arlene, I guess, about the same time or something. I don't know what I saw, but I couldn't find it.
There's I won mine at NWTF conference in Wiggins, as a matter of fact. Laugh out loud.
Oh, is she talking about a crossbow? What kind of conference is that? We might need to...
National Wild Turkey Federation conference.
Oh, is that what that is?
I mean, that's what it used to be a conference here called that. I'm not sure if that was it or not. But.
That's possible. Sounds about right for Wiggins. The non-crossbows start at 175.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we can't pull them. And we had to have a crank. That was the one thing we had to do. Discount HO1.
Yeah, discount HO1.
Okay.
Yeah, since I tore my rotator cuff, I can't pull back pound pull by hand. So I have to have the crank now, which makes it very easy. You crank that thing back, and man, I'm telling you, this thing is deadly.
Is it a recurve or a compound?
It is a compound, not a recurve. This is a compound.
And Danny shot it in. I hadn't shot it yet, but I shot the other one. But he shot this one into the bank out here just to see. Man, it was right on. It was scope it in. We just hadn't had time. We had a lot of painting to do.
We're working on the cabin right now. The weather's been pleasant, and we're trying to beat the really cold weather. So we have really been pushing to get that done.
Okay, we got some other things in. These are called Camellia Tea. Mr. John sent these. These are tea camellia seeds. All right, you can make a tea out of these. And I'm trying some. I've got some in my greenhouse to see how they do for me. He's growing his in his greenhouse. Then Wendy online, geez, isn't that a pretty seed? She popped it into our group, and I said, oh, that's great looking seeds. It's very unusual. So she sent me some. And these are a Turkish watermelon. They're heirloom seeds. So I'm going to have to plant watermelons somewhere soon. Not this now, but later. And then we got Donna sent me, where's it at? Card. Then I have to see who did it because I forget. Mandy sent a card. And then we got some more seeds from Judy. And these are a different type watermelon. These are Bradford family watermelons. How did I go? Wrong way. Bradford family watermelons. These don't have a whole lot of seeds in them, so I'm anxious with them too to see what they are. So we didn't plant watermelons this year, so next year hopefully I can plant 2 or 3 somewhere, right?
Okay, yeah. We're still live. Somebody's asking, are we live or am I watching a replay? No, we are live, right?
Yeah.
Why are you handing that to me?
Because you can do a better job with it than I can. I'm all over the place.
Okay, here we go.
All right, guys, my cookbook. I told you I didn't know if I'd order any more. I had a lot of people asked. They wanted them for Christmas. So from garden to pantry to table in the Deepsouth, I have a limited supply. I ordered 200 more. They will be in Monday or Tuesday. If you want one, you have to order through. If you don't use Etsy or anything, you can send it by mail if you want to. But I put them all up on Etsy. So go see if you can. I'm hoping most people will go through Etsy. It's just easier for me to go. I do have a few people that don't do Etsy. So I do take them by mail if they want one that way.
Okay.
I don't know what else we got going on, but
what do we got here? I see Tanner's down here.
This is my other.
This is Wanda's other goodie this week. Some sent her.
It's almost gone.
It's almost gone already, guys, because this stuff looks pecan with Scratch Made Homestead. Them make the best pecan candy and cookies and I don't whatever.
That one was good.
Popcorn, everything. Look at this, guys, sitting here beside me. We were sent a gift basket this week from Tanner's Pecan from one of our subscribers.
Leslie and Dan.
I'm telling you.
They actually have Scratch Made Homestead on YouTube, and they own a pecan company. Candy.
Yeah.
And the popcorn that was in there was drizzled in caramel
it was
chocolate.
Caramel and had chocolate drizzled on it.
Yes.
And I'm telling you, that stuff was awesome. When Wanda was in town going to the post office, I sit in the car and ate a lot of it. I'm not going to lie. Opened it and sit in the car and ate a lot of it. I might as well confess. Yeah, I sinned that day. I probably did.
And then I've opened today the it's pecans that are coated like a praline coating. Oh my goodness, they're awesome. I done ate nearly half of those. Leslie shouldn't send me stuff because they're really good.
I know that stuff is so
So
good.
if y'all are looking for cute Christmas ideas with pecans and stuff like that, contact Tanner's Pecans and tell them Wanda sent you.
That stuff is.
So.
I mean, you can get spoiled to Tanner's pecan stuff, or I can. I don't know about anybody else, but I know I can. I can get spoiled really quick.
Molly, I have not tried the candy corn Thanksgiving dinner. People have told me about it. I don't have any. That's the one I don't have. But no, I have not tried it. I've got 35 other flavors though.
Yeah, she's got a lot of other flavors that when we have visitors come by, a lot of them get to try a lot of them.
Yeah.
Especially grandkids.
So, yeah, I usually send some. Like the old turtle candies. Yeah, they do make those too.
Yeah, they make them, but you've seen a lot of people who made the old turtle candies, or the Martha Washingtons and the Divinity, and
now they buy it. And most places don't taste as good. Now I can stick up for Tanner's. Tanner's taste good.
Tastes like the real things. They're beans and stuff like that.
Oh, they make fruit cakes. If y'all want a fruit cake.
Yep, they make fruit cakes.
And I saw making fruit cake cookies.
Yep.
That's awesome. So, and they make pecan pies and all kinds of stuff. Y'all can get all kinds of stuff there. Shirley says, I sew and I note the handle behind you.
Do you sew?
Do you sew? This? No, that's a curtain.
That's a curtain that laid up there.
I just got a curtain, but I do sew. Well, I could sew. Let's put it this way. I can't say I sew right now because I don't, but I know how. My mom was a seamstress. She made clothes for other people. I learned from her. I sewed with my kids, but since Danny and I've married, I don't sew.
She doesn't sew much at all. She can. We have a sewing machine. We just don't.
I have my mom's. She gave me one of hers.
Yeah.
It's just very confusing. It's old sewing machine.
Yeah, your mom was a seamstress, and hers was a little bit more sophisticated than what we were used to.
Yeah, I'm used to the plain old Singer. This is a Singer, but it's a little modern. And so she showed me how on it because it has some of the features are different from what I was used to.
Yeah.
And I just had time. This painting's killing me right now. And sweet potatoes, y'all. I need in about, I don't know how many sweet potatoes. And before I forget it, Tuesday evening, God bought the truck.
Never Alone Homestead said that, what is the name of the company with the bow? It's Cabela.
Cabela.
Yeah, Cabela.
C-A-B-E-L-A. Yeah, C-A-B-E-L-A.
Yeah. Kevin?
Kevin. I was trying to tell him something before I forgot it.
He's coming by?
Yeah, he wants sweet potatoes.
Okay. Okay. Good time to find this out.
Yeah, sweet potatoes. Yeah, I've been canning sweet potatoes. I got a lot more. Yeah, Danny doesn't do cinnamon.
No, I don't do cinnamon at all. It lowers my blood pressure too much.
He loves it, but...
I love it. Don't get me wrong. When I cook Wanda's toast in the morning with that cinnamon in it, I sit there and I go like, man, I just want to sniff it, because I know I can't eat it. And man, it just, it's really good.
Yeah. So, for the most part, I think we've gotten over those things that I was about anyway.
That's what I was looking. Do we have anything else that,
Not right now.
Any of this board this year, it's unbelievable how many we had.
Rudolph wants to know, what is a good crop to start right now?
Oh, it depends on where you live at. We have some of the most beautiful greens. I thought that Wanda would put some pictures of our greens up, but see, she didn't do it.
Coast is the name of the company that the machete came from. Somebody was asking. Coast. No, I didn't get out and get pictures because I've been painting. So I need to get, our greens are great.
Gail says, hi guys, can you tell me how you were able to speak with Grower Solutions to figure out everything you needed for the greenhouse order? When you call to Grower Solutions, ask to speak to Tyler.
Well, he's actually the, he's not the one she needs to talk to.
No, but Tyler will walk her through everything.
through with the salesman.
With what to get.
Yeah, the salesman will. I don't.
The girl up front when you call, but just ask to speak to Tyler. And when you talk to Tyler, tell him you talk to Deep South Homestead. You're a subscriber of Deep South Homestead, and Tyler will walk you through.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to get where I can see.
I'm trying to read it.
I think of DHS. Well, I see DHS. It's not DHS. Ours is DSH, not DHS.
Yeah. Let's see. Cinnamon is great for lowering blood sugar. Didn't know it with pressure.
Yeah, it lowers your blood pressure too.
Blood sugar. So,
let's see here. Well, we're at our 9 o'clock thing. Somebody sent a message and asked us to pray for them. They sent us a letter. Who was it?
Debbie, we named the calf Lucy.
Yeah.
Lucy.
Somebody sent us a letter and asked us to pray for them, and
I've got letters.
We've got so many. We have to open them all back up. But I know the Lord knows. The Lord knows because I said I would remember pray, and we have been praying.
Oh, they get it. I hate paint. Mr. Jones says one day, y'all, if I was rich, I would hire somebody to do all this paint.
Oh yeah. There's so much painting to do at the cabin. It's just unreal.
I'm almost to the point that I think we need a brick house with vinyl siding.
Well, that's why we have a house here. Yeah, because there's no painting. Now the inside has a lot of painting. But
yeah, we hadn't tackled the inside doing a whole lot of painting. We painted a little, but not much.
Yeah, but that's why we decided to go old style with the cabin, because we knew there'd be a lot of painting in it.
I just didn't know I was going to be doing it.
Well, I'm just so picky is what it is. And
I'm surprised you let me paint.
Well, you can't really damage what you're doing. So
the steps look horrible.
The steps look really bad. I mean, they really do. I'll probably have to fix that.
Yeah, y'all want to see? Pay close attention to the. Well, you can't see
really,
this.
You didn't take enough pictures of the steps for it to be a problem.
No, y'all can't see the steps, but oh my, it looks like the brown bled over.
Looks like a kid painted them.
Because I hadn't finished. I got part of it done, and then we started something else. So
yeah,
we've got really to get things done. But
anyway, we've got several people that's asked us to pray for them, and we've been praying for them. We're still praying. Some people are asking us to pray for them about purchasing a homestead. Country Homestead Preacher on here purchased a new homestead, and so prayers is working, guys. We have lots of people who said they're moving from Wiggins. Matter of fact, there's a lot of people moving to the Ozarks.
Yeah, Tori was in her.
They were in California.
Come to her homestead this week and just checking the place out. I mean, she had already bought it, but she's spending some time there. She's not yet ready to move, but she's enjoying it.
That's Eyes to See Ministries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So she got her place.
They got their place. Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I told Wanda, I said, maybe we should move. Everybody
on YouTube's moving. Almost
YouTube.
Everybody is moving, and that's really kind of weird.
It really is weird.
But if we move, we're probably going to get a brick house with vinyl siding.
Anything that don't require, we just get a metal building.
Let's do a metal
building and just move into a metal building.
No, I don't like that old-fashioned barn tin on the walls inside, and he knows that.
Yeah, she can't stand to see that galvanized metal on the inside of the bathroom or anything like that. She just don't like it.
I don't know. To me, that just does not go over well in a house. It's barns. It's okay, but don't put it on the kitchen walls or the bathroom walls. And some of you probably haven't. I'm sorry, but to me, I just do not like it. So we'd have to have something else that don't need paint.
Yeah.
What else do we put up on the wall that don't?
I know lots of people says they're moving in about a year and a half.
Yeah.
Never Alone said that she sprained their ankle. They need prayer.
Yeah. I know I saw Eric from Life in Farmland went for another scan. The nodules had not grown in his leg. She's not sure when they will schedule surgery, so he's still on a wait and see thing. So that's Eric from Life in Farmland. Fred Stanley is still going through his treatments and all. He's doing okay. Can I have the first refusal on Deep South? I'm not sure what that means.
I don't know what. Can I have the first refusal? I don't know what refusal is, but
one person says she's staying put.
Yeah. People are moving to Nova Scotia. All started as we've almost have no cases of you know what, probably.
And a lot of people moving to Tennessee. Danny, look, Tennessee there was something.
Oh,
you were looking at Tennessee.
I looked at Tennessee.
Danny's checking all these places out.
I'm checking all these places out because I'm like, why is everybody moving to all these places? And guys, look, what I look at, let me tell you, now I'm a little bit weirder than most people. But what I do is I pull up the nuclear waste sites. I pull up the nuclear reactor sites, and I look at all them, and I look up nuclear hotspots that if there was a nuclear war that would be hit, and if they were hit, what direction would the prevailing wind be blowing in for fallout and stuff like this. It'll tell you how many days you need to be prepared to be underground in a bunker. It tells you all these things. And I was surprised at how many nuclear facilities was in Tennessee. Tennessee was covered up.
Nuclear, or was it?
No, there was nuclear reactor sites in all up and down the center.
We figured some of them were just.
Some of them were just power plants, but no, these were literal. Yeah. They were called nuclear reactor sites.
Tennessee air can be a bit dirty.
Yeah, I mean, so guys, when I started looking at that, there were places in Missouri, places in Arkansas, a couple of places in Mississippi, lots of places in Alabama. I mean, it was terrible.
Oh, Alabama Gardner wants to buy our homestead, wants to be first to buy a homestead. Okay, you got it. Just come on.
Yeah, just let me put it to you this way.
Don't be selling my homestead.
If Deep South Homestead gets sold, you gotta be willing to pay for it because it's not going cheap.
Yeah. Not after all that painting I'm doing.
Not after all we've put in here, 2 greenhouses, 2 a cabin.
Is there a good seed company with
a main house
in Idaho? Or does it matter? You could use any seed company, I guess. Have to be an Idaho seed company, right?
No, it doesn't have to be, but you need a seed company from a cooler climate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would sell seeds that come from a cooler. Prairie Girl says she's staying put, too much hard work. That's what, hard work.
Danny, what site shows this info? Just Google it. I can't.
What was it called? Nuclear waste sites.
No, nuclear. Hold on. Nuclear reactor
sites in America or
sites in the United States.
U.S. states.
Nuclear reactor sites in the United States, and you pull it up and then go to images. And when you go to images, you will find lots of maps that you can look at, and some of them are put out by FEMA, some of them are put out by different companies. Just check them out, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Yeah, we have to have. I guess we look at things because there's so much. People are all moving to Missouri or Arkansas or Tennessee. What's the other one? Arkansas.
Hey, Bama Gardner says, I knew that'd get a rise out of you.
There's several. So we're wondering if everybody ends up in those states.
Yeah, all they have to do is nuke that area and they'd have all the homesteaders.
All the homesteaders. we go weird with it, y'all. I'm sorry. And we're thinking, okay, if the government wanted to do something weird, why not do it in those 3 or 4 states?
Well,
because
not only that,
the homesteaders are there.
Not only that, you got to realize that up and down the Mississippi, the Missouri, and the Ohio rivers are all these nuclear plants.
Yeah.
And if the New Madrid fault goes off, all these plants, there's no way to cool those reactors down, and they're going to start spewing fallout into the air. They're going to start poisoning the water systems. I think about all that stuff.
Yeah, somebody's saying they need to check Georgia. Georgia's another one. A lot of people are kind of to Georgia.
They are, but Georgia had a lot of nuclear facility areas.
Did it?
Oh yeah, a lot of them. Yeah, if nothing else, they're doing a lot of testing.
I don't know. I'm just thinking the only problem I have in Mississippi is it's hot and humid, and if the Mississippi River kind of explodes, we may have oceanfront property or we're in the ocean, one of the two. So every place has its own thing. Every place has it.
Everything has its own.
You have to learn to live with where you're at, learn to do what you had. And I wanted to say something. I put the flag up as the thumbnail.
Yeah.
A lot of people got upset on Porch Time because he didn't have the flag up.
There's a reason why
hurricane and took everything down, and Danny did not put it up.
Yeah.
It had no political meaning whatsoever. We had a hurricane and there was no flag. It's bad.
Yeah.
It just didn't. We didn't even think about it. I did when I saw him after he videoed it, and I said, "Oh, we forgot we hadn't put the flag back up." But it was not political. A lot of people thought he left it all on purpose. I guess.
Right. I did not leave it all.
People read too much into things. We never got it till then.
Why are all these people moving Arizona online? Because they're trying to get away. The government has said that the Missouri Ozarks is going to be one of the safest places to live, and it's kind of crazy when the government says that, because that's. You see what we have for a government, and they're telling everybody move to the Missouri Ozarks. Oh yeah, they get us all there where they can do us all up at once, I suppose. But
yeah, the government's saying that's his place. I'm not sure that's the safest place now that you said that.
Yeah.
Okay, so
if it's not nooks, it's rioters. That's true. You know.
So we're kind of just.
I'm hanging low right now. We're just going to stay.
Our place is getting fixed. We're finishing projects. We're doing what we do. And like Danny said, we're moving forward. A lot of people got upset with him because he was moving forward. We'll sit back and not do anything.
Yeah, I mean, we're not. Look, with the way this country's headed right now, I'm doing as much as I can, as fast as I can. Because if they lock us down again, you ain't getting out this time hardly.
It's gonna be
a little
bad. Worse than before.
It'll be worse than it was the first time. Yeah.
And we're just trying to prepare ourselves, and we recommend that each one of you prepare yourselves, because we saw online that there's another, I forgot, 4 to 6 weeks of lockdown that's going to be worse than the last time.
Yeah, and Europe's already locking down. A lot of Europe's already locking down, and I'm sure we'll follow.
Yeah, people are moving away from coastlines. You've got people in big cities moving out into the country. And so when you have people that are used to living in the city move out to the country, they bring the city ways out into the country doesn't end up being country anymore. You got some people that want to live a country life, but some of them just move out there just because. And
well, one comment
do the opposite.
one of the comments there was pretty good. If you move to the Missouri Ozarks, have good finances, because there ain't no work.
Yeah, that's true. The places, and that's kind of like Mississippi too.
Yeah.
If you live in Mississippi, there's no high dollar jobs here in Mississippi. We've had several people look and think they might want to live in Mississippi, and they find out real quick there's no high dollar jobs in Mississippi, and they go, well, I can't make
money here. Yeah.
And Mississippi's just one of those that
we're a poor state.
Yeah. Missouri's another one.
Yeah, southern Missouri.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's another place that there's very little income.
And I'm sure there's other places, but unless you're city somewhere, there's not high dollar jobs around here. You're not allowed to step out your door with on in France.
That's true.
Toilet paper's flying off the shelves again.
That's true. I mean, Good Morning. I saw it popped up on my YouTube thing. Good Morning America put up a thing about people better start stocking up on things like toilet paper, canned goods, because of the holiday season.
I didn't think of that.
The food might be hard to get.
Yeah.
So
it's going to be.
There's lots of stuff,
just prep up what you can, do the best you can, and if
Yeah.
you're going to be moving, skedaddle it before they start trying to shut everything down for good. I don't think they'll shut it down for good, but they'll change the way we live and
Well, it's part of the plan.
Require some more things. You'll have to jump through a few hoops
You will.
to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
That's going to be the extent of it. So we're trying to get things in place so we don't have to be gallivanting around all the time.
They're talking about a new trucker strike and all this kind of stuff. And for strike, we're really in trouble, because the trucks move America.
Yeah. Newsmax. Yeah, that's the one we've been watching here lately. Or I have. I guess you've been watching Newsmax some, haven't you?
Some. I watch Newsmax some. Anyway, we've been on here over an hour now. We got to get off of here. So guys, there's lots of people that have said they need our prayers, and we're going to pray for them. Lots of people are having surgeries and different things, so we're going to pray for them. So we're going to just go ahead and go to the Lord about that. Father, we're thankful tonight that we've had a really good night. It's been blessed. Thank you for all the subscribers that jumped in here tonight. Father, thank you for just the good chat we've had. It's been a pleasant time. I pray we're able to get a few questions answered tonight, and that we're able to bless one another. Good fellowship. That's one thing. Is that we don't get to meet together and fellowship like we used to, and that nation down when people can't come together in unison and in unity. Father, we pray that that the days ahead would be better now. We pray for the condition of our country and what we're going through and what we may be facing as they call it, the dark winter heading into. And Father, I pray that everyone can be prepared as much as possible for the upcoming days ahead, and give us wisdom to know what to do and understanding so that we're able to do the right thing. And Father, the Bible says that when you get one, you need to get the other. So we're praying for both wisdom and understanding in these areas. We pray for all of them tonight, not doing well physically. We pray for those who's not doing well financially tonight, Lord. We want to pray for those who are not doing well emotionally, people who's lost loved ones, people who are looking for homesteads. Thank you for answering the prayers of those who have found homesteads, Lord. That's a big blessing there. Now we just pray that for the country homestead preacher said pray for the insurance company that do for them so that they could get their roof replaced on their house and be able to get it sold and get it sold quickly. And Father, we're praying specifically for that need tonight, that you'll answer prayer and let it happen and let it happen quick, Lord. And Father, for others out there that need financial assistance, I'm praying for them in the name of Christ that they can have the financial assistance that they need to be able to get the need before it's everlasting too late for them, Father. And Lord, we just want to thank you that you've been good to us here. I know we're in a drought right now here. We haven't had any rain in forever, but and it's just a big dust bowl. But Lord, we know that out of the midst of all of it, we're holding on, waiting for you to show us what to do and how to do it here. And I pray that as we go through these times, you can allow us to be blessed so that we can reach out and bless others also, Lord. Thank you once again for just loving us, being kind with us, and being patient with us. These things in thy name. Amen. All right. Another good night.
And guys, y'all know I like painting, but I love the results.
She loves the results.
Y'all, that lattice, I just got to show them the lattice one more time.
This is the front of her cabin now. Look at that lattice work
she's been working on. That's just so pretty. It's worth the last 3 days I've been working.
Well, once we get the rest of everything painted, you get to show them all of it. That's going to be and then I'm going to start working on the bathtub here pretty soon.
Y'all, one day that bathtub's going off the porch and back into the bathroom.
The biggest issue is going to be finding somebody to help us put it in the bathroom.
Yeah, we're going to have to call in some favors from a few of you guys that can help tote a huge bathtub into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And probably in about, 2 weeks? 3?
It depends on what.
2 to 3.
Depends on how quickly I get to it.
And we're supposed to be making.
At some point.
It's supposed to cool off one day, and we're hoping to make cane syrup, but. That's got to be a biggie.
Deepsouth never stops. It just always keeps rolling.
We always got something to do, guys.
Always something to do. If you're a true homestead, there's something happening.
Or Danny will invent it for you.
If it ain't happening, I'm gonna make it happen.
He has his little rules and his.
I have a little tablet with rules in it, and we have to.
We have to get this.
We have to get this done. We have to get that done. You know, everything's got to be on schedule. I'm just a little OCD already. I mean, I don't know.
And I am too, because he come in yesterday and I'm going, okay, I need to go to town. And his face just falls.
I do. I'm like, no. You know?
I'm like, I need to go to town.
He says, I need to go to town. I need to do this. I need to do that. And I'm like, oh.
I got to go to the cabin. I got to go pick all my tools up.
I said, now I got to go pick all up at the cabin. I got to go put everything back up.
You know, I swear, he does not like going to town.
I don't like going to town. I would be perfectly content if I never went to town again.
That's why the shutdowns don't bother him.
When they tell us we have to be locked down, it doesn't bother me. As a matter of fact,
yes.
I'm like, yes, yes. Finally, this country's coming to its senses and people are staying home, you know?
Y'all don't know. This man's crazy.
Oh, man.
Y'all don't have to live with him for a few days. I know several people think they'd like to,